Some troubling new projections from the National Restaurant Association here in Washington tonight. The trade group doesn't believe the industry will return to what it was before the pandemic, and that is bad news for all of us. They released the 2022 State of the Restaurant Industry Report, and in it, experts say this year is the start of a new normal, and it's not a good one, thanks to emerging technology and changes in consumer behavior and dining preference. Only 25% of restaurant operators believe their restaurant will be more profitable this year. They say they're facing several challenges, including finding and keeping employees, rising costs, supply chain issues, and a smaller consumer base. People are just not dining out as much as they used to. And joining me now is business reporter Shibani Joshi and Dallas, Texas restaurateur Taco Borga. Shibani, does this bleak prediction spell doom from some of our smaller restaurants?
Hi there, Mike. I don't think so. What I do believe is happening right now across many different industries is transformation. We're seeing this in the retail sector. We're seeing this in the semiconductor industry. We're also seeing this in any corporate business that's trying to get its employees to mainly work from home. The whole world is in transition, certainly over the next year. We've got a lot of headwinds with COVID and inflation and labor shortages as well. But the restaurant industry has shown that it has been able to adapt from going from indoor to outdoor and then limited capacity and then starting to put more of its business into delivery services as well. This is going to be yet another prompt for the industry to continue adapting and being flexible and emerging a new business model.
Well, that's really interesting. And Taco, I'd like to get your case on that, whether these adaptations are going to allow more restaurants to survive. But I also want to ask you about celebrity chef Rick Bayless. He talked with our sister station, WGN Radio, about the need to refund the restaurant fund. Here's what he had to say.
Independent restaurants are the fabric of our communities, and if we don't get that restaurant relief fund refunded, and that's what we're just going out there and saying as often and as loudly as we possibly can, that we are going to see a whole lot of the independent restaurants go out. And these are mom and pop places. This is the American dream restaurant.
Taco, I know in my neighborhood there are boarded up restaurants all up and down the street, and it's known as sort of a restaurant neighborhood. So does all of this have you worried, and would you agree with everything that we're saying now?
Everything that you say is correct. And it's not only correct, it's important to understand that the restaurant business has and will continue to change into something that no one is certain where and what it's going to end up with. But one thing is certain. We have to adapt, and we don't have to adapt on a weekly or monthly basis. We have to adapt on an hourly basis. Just for an example, we are really short on staff, and we were not only short staff, but all of a sudden we're going to be hit with a storm tomorrow and the day after, and now no one is showing up. Not even the drivers of the products are showing up because everybody is at the supermarket.
Taco, I want to ask you about that shortage. You've hired robots to do what? Where did you find the robots, and what's the job? Yeah.
Their job is to take tasks from the humans, which means anything that makes our servers less efficient and less effective, the robots are taking over. Thanks to that, one server, instead of taking care of 3 tables, is able to take care of 20 tables. And the reason being is we went from 12 servers to 3 to manage a dining room of 100. And the only way we're going to be able to sustain that is now with more technology. For an instance, now our customers can order from their phones and maintain tabs on their phones, which allows me to hire people that don't need to know the menu completely to service our guests, which means we're going to be offering microshifts for people who want to work an hour or 2 hours during our peak times, help the servers who are here, and in that way tap into a whole new group of people who do not want to have a schedule, do not want to have a commitment, and do not want to have to be controlled by anyone. They want their freedom.
Taco, that is an amazing, you know, Shibani was talking about adaptations. That is probably the ultimate adaptation that you're talking about right now. Unfortunately, I have to get away. I thank you both, Shibani Joshi and Taco Borga. Thank you very much for joining us this evening.
Our pleasure.
Thank you.
All righty.
Thank you for watching. Click the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.